Using the laws of indices, solve the following equations. 7 to the power of x equals 49 over the cube root of 7. So what we're going to do is write every term as a base of 7. So 7 to the power of x already has a base of 7, so we just write it down. 49 we rewrite as 7 squared, and the cube root of 7 we rewrite as 7 to the power of a third. The cube root of anything can be written as that number to the power of a third. Next, we're dividing powers with the same base, so we're going to subtract the powers. So we get 7 to the power of 2 minus a third. And 2 minus a third gives us 5 over 3. So we have 7 to the power of x on the left of the equal sign and 7 to the power of 5 over 3 on the right. Now that the bases match, we can cancel the bases. So we have x is equal to 5 over 3. Next, solve. 10 to the power of 2x minus 1 is equal to the square root of 1,000 all over 10. So we're going to write every term as a base of 10. So let's start off with the square root of 1,000. 1,000 is the same thing as 10 to the power of 3. So the square root of 1,000 is going to be the square root of 10 to the power of 3. And the square root of anything is that thing raised to a power of a half. So we have 10 cubed raised to the power of a half. And raising a power to a higher power, we multiply the powers. And 3 times a half is the same thing as a half times 3. And a half times 3 is the same thing as a half of 3. And half of 3 is 1.5 or 3 over 2. So the square root of 1,000 is actually 10 to the power of 3 over 2. So I'm bringing down 10 to the power of 2x minus 1 because that already has a base of 10. Next I have equals, and then the square root of 1,000 I'm rewriting as 10 to the power of 3 over 2. And then 10 is really 10 to the power of 1. Next we're dividing powers with the same base, so we subtract the powers. So we have 10 to the power of 3 over 2 minus 1. And 3 over 2 minus 1 is a half. So we have 10 to the power of 2x minus 1 on the left of the equal sign and 10 to the power of a half on the right of the equal sign. Now that the bases match, we can cancel the bases. So we're left with 2x minus 1 equals a half. So 2x minus 1 equals a half. We want to solve for x, get the x on its own. So what we're going to do is take the minus 1, bring it over the equal sign, and it becomes plus 1. And then a half plus 1 is 3 over 2, or 1.5. And then to get the x on its own, we're going to divide both sides by 2. And 3 over 2 divided by 2 gives us 3 over 4. So x is equal to 3 over 4. Solve. 4 to the power of x equals 32 root 2 all over 2. So we're going to write every term as a base of 2. So 4 we rewrite as 2 to the power of 2. Notice I have brackets around it, and that's all raised to the power of x. 32 we rewrite as 2 to the power of 5. Again, we've got brackets around it. The square root of 2 we rewrite as 2 to the power of a half. The square root of anything can be rewritten as that number to a power of a half. And that's all divided by 2, which we rewrite as 2 to the power of 1. So on the left of the equal sign, we're raising a power to a higher power, so we multiply the powers. So we have 2 to the power of 2 multiplied by x. And on the right hand side, we're multiplying two powers with the same base, so we add the powers. So 2 to the power of 5 plus a half, we're going to add the powers 5 plus a half. And 2 to the power of 1 just stays the same. And then 2 times x is 2x, a number times a letter, we stick them together, so we have 2 to the power of 2x. And 5 plus a half is 11 over 2. And that's still all over 2 to the power of 1. Next, we're dividing powers with the same base, so we subtract the powers. So we have 2 to the power of 11 over 2 minus 1, which gives us 9 over 2. So we have 2 to the power of 2x on the left, 2 to the power of 9 over 2 on the right. Now that the bases match, we can cancel the bases. So we're left with 2x is equal to 9 over 2. And to get the x on its own, we're going to divide both sides by the number stuck in front of the x, which is 2. So divide both sides by 2. And 9 over 2 divided by 2 gives us 9 over 4. So x is equal to 9 over 4.